I don't know what the hell happened there.
We're live.
Yeah, we are. We are apparently live. Yeah, I was mucking around with the buttons. I was mucking around with the buttons, and it accidentally went live. So I guess we'll stay live. Dan isn't here yet. I have sent him a link. He may or may not show. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, Mikey's still tooling around there too. I guess he went for a smoke break. So anyway,
I was about to step out for a little fresh air myself, and all of a sudden I heard the music. It's like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, that would be me. My bad. Still figuring this damn new Streamlabs bullshit out, but hey,
it's actually pretty good once you get it down. It's really kind of cool. But...
And I had the wrong intro lined up and everything, so yeah.
That's all right. We're here now.
So hello.
Does it have a double on button the same way the other one does?
No.
Where you got to hit live and then hit,
No, it just sort of you hit the thing and off you go. Like you get a countdown, and all of a sudden there you are.
Well, I did email down the link, so
he said he'd show up for a few minutes anyway, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. We'll just wait.
Okay, so he didn't grab it off of Twitter. Okay, so he must have grabbed it off of the email, which I did send. So we shall see.
Nuns of Nice just pointed out that Mikey's really.
Oh, Deconverted Man sent me an email. Oh.
Well, this is about the quietest I've heard the stream.
So I was just reading some stuff here. Shit, I guess he wants me to do something for his stream that he's doing on tired of theists claiming that the universe came from nothing.
Okay.
We Americans are still just shocked into silence over here, realizing that our children are going to be fed bear carcass and whale meat and taking fluoride out of the water. So much cool stuff going on. Oklahoma, you get Bibles in what grade is it? 6th grade? I don't know. Not just any Bible, too. You can get Bibles for like $3. No, this asshat paid $60 a Bible to buy the Trump Bible, of course.
Oh yeah.
I'll be on the RFI show. Yay!
All you got to do is go to a hotel room, then you get Gideon's Bible, right? And the Book of Mormon, if you really, if you go to a Marriott, you'll get the Book of Mormon too.
Nuns of Nice.
Hi.
More people follow me. We're live, actually. My guy screwed up and hit the live button fucking thing. And of course, it started with the intro for the deconversion stories. So that got screwy.
I go outside.
If you're watching this
1 minute
after this is aired already, now you know what happened. I screwed up, but we're here. We're live, and hopefully Dan will join us.
I'm just going to throw this out there, Neil. You can always just blame me, and I'll roll with it. It's part of the contract. Like,
but it's not
for my actions. So.
But I think the song goes "Blame Canada." So I mean,
blame Canada with their hockey hullabaloo and that bitch Emery too.
Well, what president though said the buck stops here?
That was Harry S. Truman.
Truman.
Buck Rogers?
The Buck
Whenever I,
Rogers.
so I never watch Buck Rogers, but every time I hear Buck Rogers, I think Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
Yeah.
25th and a half century.
I think Buck Naked. But
Oh yeah, I forgot to put my other co-host on here. There we go. Thing.
Hello, thing.
Hello, Thing. Thank you, Thing.
if you're from down south, it's Thang.
Thing.
Thing
Hi,
of the rinky
Thing.
dinky dink.
All right, let's see.
Who is your favorite Morticia?
Oh, that's
The
hard.
original.
Maybe,
Favorite what?
The
Your
original.
favorite Morticia.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more than one.
Mine is Carolyn Jones, so there you go. Again, the original.
I didn't know that there was multiple.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Angelica Houston was very good in the role, but
She
Carolyn
was,
Jones
yeah.
defined it.
I don't know if
Thank
Adam's
you,
family like
Thing.
skipped the millennials. We didn't have a good
the
experience with the
one-
Adams family.
No, I'm sorry.
Just that 90s movie, and then like the show you couldn't really get anywhere unless you had cable, like you couldn't really see it. They didn't really show that to us. They should have.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's John Aston and Carolyn Jones and
Who did the
Jackie
TV
Coogan.
show?
Jackie Coogan played Uncle Fester. He was very,
There
very
we
cool. Wednesday was really good. It was really fun.
Yeah,
It's like Dan is sort
Man.
of in the Adams family house right now.
I like how Neil has it right there.
The Thing?
Yeah. Thing.
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 Yeah.
That-
Cousin
said
It
It?
was a completely
my-
different deal.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said it.
I didn't
did
watch that
say
show.
it.
I tried.
Well, if you want, I can put all my hair in front of my face
Right,
and I kind of
Neil's
look like
It.
Cousin It.
Yeah.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Neil,
There you
you
go.
never have to buy another Halloween costume again, brother. Just
Well-
pull your hair over your bandana and your
A
cousin.
lot of
Hey, Neil.
my cousins call me Cousin It. So there you go.
Neil, this is your chance to introduce the after party.
Right. Since we've already gone live because
I-
I'm a moron and somehow
would-
hit the wrong
yeah.
button.
If I was you, Neil, I would just roll the intro video and act like nothing happened.
No, we're not going to do that. They don't need to see the intro video. You are now watching the Dan Barker after party. And of course, Dan is with us. He's going to be with us for a few minutes. So if any of you guys have some questions you want to ask Dan, now is your time. Of course, my co-host and brother from another mother, Mr. Mikey Pham, is with us. My Canadian brother from another mother on the other coast, Mr. Canadian Alleman, is with us. And our very good friend and pretty much furniture in these after parties, Michael, is also with us. And the one and only Stephanie Helms. In case we need to get the hell out of Dodge, she's got a boat and we'll go there.
Yeah, it's more likely to gonna sink though. Like one trouble after another out of the frying pan into the shithouse.
In the movie
Yeah, no
Maximum
kidding.
Overdrive, that's what they were doing. They were trying to get to the boat in Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive.
Is that
Dan, thank you very much
Hey,
for coming on tonight, and thank you for all you do with FFRF.
And all
thank
the
you,
books you
yeah.
write, which
Oh,
are all
yeah.
wonderful.
Michael,
I'm Michael. Yeah, I don't trust my neighbors because I live in America, and they're all red and voted the wrong way.
Regretting that long name now, aren't you? Yeah.
No,
I have a band-aid. I bumped my head this morning.
Oh,
I was
no.
going to ask you earlier, but I didn't want to put you on the spot there. What you just? If you're like me, you probably stood up into a shelf or something.
No, I actually leaned down into it. I was looking for gloves on the floor, and then bang.
Oh wow!
Dan, did you ever consider just punting it off as a shaving accident? Just
Oh, shaving accident? I wouldn't shave up there. I don't
Yeah,
think.
so-
oh, okay.
Hence the
Well,
accident.
some guys do.
Yeah.
My family is full of short people who don't understand that cabinets are to be closed after they are used. Because if you are a person of any sort of stature, you just crack your forehead on the freaking middle spine of the thing. It's no fun. It's no fun. So if you are short out there, close your freaking cabinets. It's dangerous for us.
TSA.
Dangerous for the fall
And
people.
and if you're a guy, even if you are short, please be kind. Lower the seat. Appreciate it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, the old toilet seat argument, eh?
You know,
Yeah. No,
I mean,
got
y'all could probably make the argument once you lift the seat, but how are we to know which one's going to happen? What are you there for? You know,
Me and my wife have separate bathrooms.
well, there you go.
I always lower both the lid and the seat.
Yeah, the germs will get out. Got to trap them in there.
You get their little germ ropes and
You're supposed to close all that stuff before you flush.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Dan,
Yes, it
I have a
does.
Dan,
question
I
for you.
Dan, I hope this isn't too overwhelming for you, but you go. I have a thing or two to say too. Good. Go ahead, Mike.
Just a really quick question. Was there somebody that you turned to as you were deciding to begin the foundation organization that was instrumental in you deciding to move forward to do it?
Well,
To
so
start FFS?
Yeah.
technically, I'm not one of the co-founders. Actually, I've
Oh,
been
no.
I've been around long enough. I joined as a member in 1984,
Oh my gosh.
but the foundation started in 76 and as a local group, and then in 78 it went national, and it was Ann Gaylor and her daughter Annie Laurie Gaylor who started it, primarily for women's rights, because they saw how the church was fighting women's rights. And then when I joined, there was, I don't know, maybe 1,000 members, which seemed pretty big at the time. And so after 40 years have gone by, they're calling me an honorary founder because it's been so long. But I met Annie Laurie and Ann that year, 84, a few months after I left the ministry. And it was on Oprah Winfrey show. She had a show in Chicago called AM Chicago.
Yeah.
And the Freedom from Religion Foundation was starting like a hotline. I forget what they call it, Christians Anonymous or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said, do you know anybody who was a believer? And so they said, there's this guy in California. So they flew me to Chicago to be on this live TV show. And that's the day that I met Ann and Annie Laurie. And it's pretty cool because Annie Laurie and I got married 3 years later. So we have a videotape of the day that we met. We met on her show, which is pretty cool. And our daughter has seen that since then. That's the day your parents met. And you can look it up.
Your mother.
It's online. You can look up Oprah and Barker and something, and you'll see that show that
that's cool.
Somebody put up.
I had a quick follow-up. Who corralled or who got Ronald Reagan to do the commercial?
Well, it was basically Annie Laurie.
Okay.
And it was indirect for a while, but then he's become a friend and he's become an honorary director, and he didn't charge us for that. We just paid all the expenses for it, but he didn't charge us. And he did,
Nice.
like 10 years ago, he did an ad for us, and then he redid it for us maybe 4 or 5 years ago. He brought it up to date. And it was a 30-second ad, and we wrote it all out, but he kept coming up like 2 or 3 seconds short. And so at the end, he just threw in Ron Reagan, unabashed atheist, not afraid of burning in hell. And that ad lib that wasn't even part of the script, that we didn't even know about, that became like the big part of it all. That became like the best part of the whole thing.
That's the magic.
Yeah. That was
Oh,
cool.
it's that Reagan magic, it's genetically passed.
Je ne sais quoi.
Spoke at our convention in September in Denver. Every few years he comes and he'll give a talk about his life and that. And he's really funny, and he's like an actor. He's moving around all the time, and he was a dancer, for years, and you can tell that. But
do you think he'd ever tell his deconversion story to Neil? I mean, could you ever get him to?
Well, maybe.
Ron Reagan?
But maybe he would, but it would be kind of uninteresting because he was 13.
Oops, sorry.
he tells it on our. We interviewed him on our TV show, and he said
We'll take them.
his dad and his mom, they went to the Bel Air Presbyterian Church there in California. Pastor Muma, who used to be a football player, and as a 13-year-old, he said to Ron and Nancy, he says, "I don't want to go to church anymore. I don't believe this stuff." And so they were respectful, but they said, maybe we'll have the pastor come talk with you. And he tells the story on our show. And then so Pastor Muma came to their house there, and they talked for a while. And Ron said, "I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God at all. I just, I don't see any point of going to church." And then they ended up just talking about football the whole time. And the pastor realized, okay, this kid knows what he thinks. And to their credit, his parents didn't push him on it,
That's good.
And he said he's been an atheist as long as he remembers.
That's good. We need more parents like that that let their kids just be.
Yeah,
I'll
let
do
them
that.
make.
I apologize.
Well, I would have been the same way. I would have thought that it's a free choice that should not be forced.
Correct. That's
that Papa was Ron Eld Wilson Reagan is rather impressive, because it sort of puts the lie to all the false pretensions of politicians who are, having to appeal to enough people to put them into office. Right? I mean, if Ronald Reagan raised, at least sorta,
Chickens.
Ron Reagan, who's an atheist, and Ronald Reagan is saying, "Yeah, okay, son, that's all right, that's cool."
His
Can
wife
you imagine
played with
that?
Ouija boards, didn't she? She
Yeah,
played. His wife had a what do you call it? Somebody that did her divinations, through the charts.
Yeah.
So that sort of speaks to our politics right now a
There we
little
go.
bit. I think
Going here now.
that's
they were-
kind of a question. How do you feel about that?
Well, from what Ron says, his parents were sincere believers. His dad wasn't faking it, but I think he wasn't as extreme as the religious right. You're right. He had to play politics.
Yeah.
Well, I just have a couple more minutes here, so.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Any advice for authors?
Good question.
Yeah, right.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Right.
Everybody has a different style.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's well, before you write, you have to have something to say. So, if you have something to say and it's important, then that drives you. So I'm working on another book now called The End of Worship, and it's well, first I have another project, but that debate that I mentioned, they're turning it into a book, and a Christian publisher wants to publish the book, and we just signed the contract. Erdman's publisher, and so our whole debate is in the book and the rebuttals, and then they've enlisted 3 atheist scholars and 3 theistic scholars to comment on the debate, and then Adam and I, the participants, we're writing our own chapters. So I'm in the middle of writing the final chapter, and the challenge is that, unlike most of my other books that I'm writing really for a free-thinking audience, I'm actually writing for Christian readers who are going to be buying this in a Christian bookstore. They're going to be reading it. So that's a challenge. I want to be strong, but I want to be friendly. You know what I mean? You don't want to be
off-putting.
You got to be, and I want to agree as much as possible and compliment them as much as possible, that kind of approach, and yet be powerful as well with the writing. So for me, that's exciting. As an author, if you have something to say, then that drives you. And how you get there is that, you know, we all have our styles. It's all different. And I have right here, I have like 15 or 20 writing books by authors who, you know, like Stephen King's book on writing and different books. And they all say different things. And Stephen King says, don't use adverbs, but he uses a few himself. But once in a while you have to use them. But anyway, so there's all these writing books and all this advice, and everybody can give you advice. But if you have something to say, then get it down, and then the best writing is rewriting.
Why don't you just get your thoughts on paper and let the editors handle the rest of it?
Well, that's true. My style is my advice to a writer is just write badly.
Yeah.
Just write it down. Write it down, and you know it's bad. And I know my first drafts are horrible, and I expect them to be. But at least I'm getting it down, and throw it out there like a big parking lot. Just dump it all out there, and then later you come back to it, and you think, and it almost starts writing itself. You say, "Oh, wait a minute, I need to cut this whole paragraph. That's no good. But wait, I need to move this one here, or wait, no, I need to change this whole." And pretty soon you get to a point where you're pretty proud of it. But at the beginning, you should not expect to be proud of your work. But if you have something to say, put it down, get it down, say too much, and then go back and trim. At least you got something to work with. And and then, of course, the copy editing will come from the publisher. They'll go through all that at that level. But
sure, for sure.
And sometimes the publishers have great advice that you don't even see. And another thing I do is I have pre-readers. I try to get as many pre-readers as possible.
Right.
Smart people, especially people who know something about the subject. And I have been saved a lot of embarrassment from readers who are going, you can't, that's wrong. And it's like with science or something, I might say something that I think is right and it might be wrong. Or even with music sometimes. But
and
I do pre-readers that too. And pre-readers will see what you don't. And they'll say, this doesn't seem clear to me. And I think it's clear, but it's not clear to them. So at the end of my contradiction book, I think there's 40 or 45 readers that I acknowledge who were very useful. And that's a good thing to go through. Once you get a manuscript that's close to finished, then let them see it and take their advice and listen to it.
Yeah, it's like you're looking up some people to be peer review your work for reading it. Yeah,
and it's very generous of them to do that too. Well, some of them want to; they're excited about it because they want their name in a book, which is cool. But yeah, so, but then it's like with songwriting. There's rules. But the best songs, and I think the best writing, breaks the rules.
Yeah.
But in order to break the rules, you have to know the rules.
Right.
So learn the rules, and then you can break them
at your leisure.
Yeah, and everybody, it's idiosyncratic. Each one of us authors has a different way of talking and writing and thinking, and
Sure.
It can be surprising, or it depends what your audience is, and it depends what your purpose is. If you're writing for a scholarly philosophical journal, you're writing philosopher to philosopher. But if you're writing a popular book, you're writing to general readers who may not know a lot of the background stuff. So, and humor always helps.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gotten me as far as
Especially
I am
if it's
today.
Deep subjects too need a little humor thrown in there just to break it up. Keep people from getting too depressed.
My last question to you, Dan, it would be, in light of your previous comments, what's your favorite song?
Oh,
my favorite song? I like the standards. I like Gershwin's "Our Love Is Here to Stay." I like Jerome Kern's "All the Things You Are." I like most of Cole Porter.
oh yeah.
Yip Harburg, some of his songs. Well, Yip Harburg wrote "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," And all those people were
Mhm.
non-believers, by the way. You know, the Gershwins wrote, "It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so."
Yeah.
But I played jazz
But who
piano.
calls that living when no gal ain't given to no man what's 900 years?
Yeah, exactly. Methuselah. That's cute. So those guys couldn't have been believers. They came from a Jewish family, you know, the Gershwin brothers. But they never went to temple. They never said anything religious. They weren't married in their religious ceremonies.
Nope.
So we count them as free thinkers, especially Cole Porter. Cole Porter was an explicit atheist, and so was Richard Rogers. Richard Rogers was an
Both
atheist.
of them were, yeah.
And we think so.
I don't know about Stephen Sondheim, though.
Yeah, he was. Sondheim was an atheist.
Yeah, I think he was.
You know, and Sondheim was raised in Oscar Hammerstein's house as like a surrogate son because his mother had mental problems, and so he learned a lot from Hammerstein. And he was an atheist from a young. He had to come out of two closets, just like Cole Porter had to come out of two closets. And so once in a while they would write religious allusions in their music because they had to. You know, Porter said, "The gods above us." You know, he would say things like that, not really believing. And then there's Irving Berlin. Irving Berlin was an agnostic humanist from a Jewish family, but he wasn't really religious. His family wasn't very religious either. And he wrote the song "God Bless America." He didn't believe in God, but he wrote it for a character in a musical. You know what I mean? He didn't write it because those were his views. Right. He wrote it. It was this military musical he was writing. And later, Kate Smith made it popular in 1938. She sang the song on the radio. And now the religious right has taken this song written by someone who didn't believe in God. And they're using it.
Yeah, and there's Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, that it's just it's so ironic when that gets blared out over folks on the right's rallies. Like, listen to the lyrics. Or Fortunate Son. That's another one. That listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Thank
you. I love your tastes.
He does use a gay anthem too, so that's odd.
Well, see, I'm a generation that I actually co-wrote a song with a Tin Pan Alley songwriter, Charles Strauss, who wrote the musical Annie and the musical Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, my goodness.
We got to co-write a song together.
Adams and Strauss. Those two. That was the team.
Yeah, and so he's still alive. He's in his 90s now. And so he asked me to send him some lyrics, and he set it to music. So we have a song called "Poor Little Me," which is pretty cute. Which
you're going to have to put that out there somewhere, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, it's online somewhere. We have it on an album, and it's online. I think you can find it.
Mikey,
I'm on it.
Good.
You're talking like Woody Guthrie times now.
See if you can find "Poor Little Me." It might be on Spotify, or it might be. Anyway.
Thanks, Native Atheist. Native Atheist heard that you were part Native.
Well, actually, full Native. Most of the tribes count membership by ancestry, and even if you're not full blood, you're a full member. Mm-hmm. So I'm a full voting member of the Delaware tribe, which is the Lenape tribe. Right. Although I'm really only about 10 or 12% blood. And the tribes don't care. It was the Europeans who had this idea of blood something, you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like if a Native family adopts a white child, they're a member of the tribe. It doesn't matter about your blood. It's a family thing. So
right.
My dad, on my dad's side, and my brothers and I and my kids were all full members of the Lenape tribe of Indians.
Very cool.
The song's in the chat.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Awesome. There you go.
My Google Foo is
Mentioned
strong.
Woody Guthrie. He was an atheist too, I believe.
I'm gonna have to grab this song out of the chat, but I don't even have the show open.
I'll send it to you.
Damn.
You
Thanks.
can get it from. Yeah. Yes, of course I can write a better song than "God Bless America." Jesus, come on.
I don't know, man.
There's a real history to that. Irving Berlin wrote that he had to go into the military. He hated it. He went into the army, so they used him. They had him write this musical, pro-military musical called Yip Yip Yap Hank, and he wanted a song for the soldiers to sing as they're coming back home. And so he wrote this song called God Bless America, and he hated it. And his pianist friend said, "This is no good. This is like," so they didn't use it. He just put it in the trunk. He put it away and forgot about it. And 20 years later, Kate Smith came along and was looking for a anti-war song, really pro-American, but to stay out of the war. And she asked Irving Berlin, "Could you write me a song that I could sing?" And he tried this and he tried that and he said, "No, this sounds like preaching a sermon to music. I mean, this is not what you should do in a song." Then he remembered that old song from 20 years ago, and he got it out of his trunk, and he had to change some words. The original word said, "Stand beside her and guide her to the right with a light from above." But that phrase "to the right" meant something totally different in the late 30s than it did. So he decided, let's change it "through the night. Guide her through the night with a light from above." And he even told her, this is not my views necessarily, but I love America. Of course, he loved it. America was his religion, really. And so she sang that on the radio, and then it became a huge hit. There were a couple other lines he had to change too, because they were dated at the time. But and then he donated all the royalties to the Boy Scouts or something like that. But
As I recall, the big hit from the show that you spoke of was "Oh, How I Hate to Get Up in the Morning."
yeah, that's right. And he was the
that
night
was
person.
the hit. It was,
Yeah.
but the one who wakes the bugler up. You got to get up.
Yeah.
Got to get up in the morning.
Because he was
And
a
I live
night
in-
person. He would work until
Yeah.
like 4 a.m. He wouldn't get up till like noon. He was that kind of a person. And
My
so
guy.
when he went into the army, they were blowing that bugle like at 6 a.m. He hated that. It was
Now,
I
I'm
wouldn't want
wondering if
somebody
the
blowing one of
donation,
those in my ear either.
that was an
live in-
autobiographical song.
I live in Ottawa, Illinois, where the Boy Scouts were founded, and I just read recently on a plaque that he got a donation at one point that allowed the organization to begin. And I'm wondering if that's what you're talking about. I mean, like he wouldn't have been able to start this the way he did without this
Oh, I don't
big.
know about that. That's a good story. Of course, they don't allow atheists in the group, so he could not have been a member.
Right.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Maybe he didn't tell
There's a
them.
whole big statue to the guy here. It's a big deal to Ottawa.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, Dan, thank you for taking the time out to hang out with a bunch of us crazy atheists for a little bit extra time there.
I'm sorry, I have one last thing to ask. And Dan, if
Oh.
people want to purchase your works, what's the best way to get you the most percentage of that? Because I know some people are like, "Oh, thanks for putting my Amazon link, but I get $1." It would be better if you did it through my website. So, like, what's the best way for us to support you through your literature?
Well, to support me or the foundation, you can go to our own shop. It's ffrf.org/shop.
There we
And
go.
then there's books and bumper stickers and all sorts of stuff there.
I think I purchased from there already.
And shirts and and cards, solstice cards for the holidays coming up. If you
Nice.
want some non-religious cards. Okay, thanks you guys. It was fun.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a
Well,
lot,
thank you
Dan.
so much, man.
We'll talk again.
Thanks
bet.
so much.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, good sir.
All right, Scott, let's talk about him.
Well, of course you're going to talk about him. He was just on the show. He was awesome. He's pretty mellow guy. Eh? Pretty low key.
Yeah,
So cool.
And a
Pretty
big
good.
fan of musical comedy, which I appreciate at least.
He's got one of
man,
the
Oh,
best
it's a woman of a
listeners.
certain age. It's
I was
like,
about to say, Steph was over here like, yes, yes,
He's got
yes.
that voice you
I
can
have to
listen
deal
to
with
too.
fucking Mikey's ignorant fucking ass. He doesn't know any of this shit. Finally, a man of intelligence on this motherfucker. Like, I get it.
no. But it's.
I'm right. You don't have to agree. Just don't nod. I know. I
You're
know.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. All right. You're right.
It's nice to have your
Bloody
tribe,
well, right?
your tribe find you, and you guys find each other. It's nice.
Bloody right to say. Right?
Exactly
right.
right.
You bloody
Bloody well.
No, that's wrong. That's totally wrong.
It's like when I find an anime person in real life, I'm like, oh, you like anime too? Do you want to talk about anime for the next half an hour? And it's like you do your anime thing.
Well,
Yes,
you gotta
yes, I
admit-
do.
You got to admit, we did keep him around for a little bit. It's like, well, let's
Yeah.
keep going on
Steph-
show tunes.
Steph hit him with the musical bomb. He didn't know what to do. He's like, I thought I was going to bed.
There we go. Thing came back to say hi.
I tried to see if I could get Ronald Reagan on your show.
Oh, thank you, Thing.
I got to figure out a way because there's like a little hole in the top.
Oh,
of
there's
this,
an-
so I could put
Oh wow!
I could put
Weed.
a little string in there with
Well.
the pops out and would stick, and then you could like have it lower in and stuff, and lower out and rise it out. That'd be cool.
Oh, you could do that.
You're a little stick in
you
there.
could do that.
Put your little
That'd
stick
be
in
cool.
it. You could always hire Lucasfilm to come in and
Actually animate it. They do make an animated
you
one
know-
of these, FYI. You can
Just-
buy them
ju-
animated.
This is
Neil,
mere
why don't you just use
suggestion.
your telekinetic powers and levitate the damn thing in there?
Yeah. Use your Jedi
I-
mind force. Use the force.
why
Luke.
why
Use the
not
force,
get that
Neil.
layabout jumping spider to
Yeah.
weave a
Fucking
web
lazy ass
and,
fucking spider. Spider
My little Oni passed away a couple months ago.
Oh.
So.
Oh, sorry. I know I've been out of touch, so sorry.
Ah,
How long do those things live? I'm not trying to be gross, but
couple years on average.
okay.
Yeah, she passed. But that's okay.
I feel
think
terrible
she-
for I feel
No,
terrible
no.
for calling her a layabout now.
Oh, she's laying about, Steph. Jeez, way to rub it in.
Yeah, she's really laying about right now.
Steph,
she didn't
too
quite make it
soon.
out of her last molt. Let's say.
No.
And also,
Damn it.
spiders will put egg sacs regardless of whether or not they've been inseminated or impregnated. They will lay egg sacs. And usually when an egg sac is laid, their lives aren't for very much longer.
Oh, that's how they
So
just
yeah,
let you
live
know.
long enough to reproduce and then piss
Correct.
off.
live long and not
it's-
prosper.
It's probably like an instinct, It's just like I don't know what's going. Like I've always wondered what it kind of feels
It
like
is.
to be like an animal being called to do something like that they probably wouldn't want to do. Like I don't know, man. We're just gonna keep flying towards the
What are you talking
sun,
about?
man. We're just gonna keep flying this way. I don't know. I just feel like we should be going this way, and then
You
like to
have
be
these
like
things
compelled.
all the time. You are an animal. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and you have to pee? Same thing.
I just go, Neil.
Oh, who gets out of bed to pee? Right?
Whoa. TMI.
I have rubber sheets.
Mikey and his rubber sheets.
What? I sleep in the bathtub already. Don't you guys sleep in
Oh,
the
all
tub?
right.
Oh, is that so?
Wait
You
a
and your wife
minute.
sleep in separate rooms too?
You guys aren't forced to sleep in the tub? Huh.
No,
I thought everyone slept in the
Well.
tub. With your pillow?
no,
And then you pull the curtain down
no.
and go to sleep? And then you get a drink in the middle of the night?
Nope.
What are you drinking in the middle of the
Not a
night?
thing.
From the tap right there. You just get a sip of water.
Kind of cloggy.
The fact that I would make a joke about sleeping in the tub, but then make the joke about sleeping in the tub with my head towards the faucet is too far for even me. I would definitely have my feet towards the faucet.
So
All right.
I follow a fella on TikTok.
Tiki-talk.
And he works. He does. I don't know what the hell he does. He does all kinds of shit. But he also does. He made it so that contraception is now free in BC.
Yay!
So
That's
and
good.
also- and they're working it right across now. I think Manitoba jumped on that, New Brunswick jumped on that, and he's having it work. So I signed the Quebec one for Quebec to have it just today.
Wow, that's cool.
So contraception will be free now.
Are you bilingual? Then why are
Am
you
I
voting in
bilingual?
Quebec?
Because they're the next one considering it. So they wanted people to sign the little whatever it is they got their petition, I guess.
Because in Quebec they say croissant.
No?
Croissant.
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 Why do they only serve one egg with breakfast in Quebec?
Oh,
Yeah,
Control
Because
Natal.
one egg is enough.
I love that joke. That's a good one.
Enough. Oh my goodness.
Enough.
You guys know what you speaking of spiders, you know what you call a spider with 10 eyes? Spider.
I hate you.
That was only 8 eyes.
Whatever. You get the idea.
You get the
Usually
idea.
people are laughing before you even have a chance to hit
Get
all
the
the
idea.
I guessed. I have no idea how many eyes that was still.
What?
Right. I got to remind myself never trust the stone guy.
You can trust them, just not about this.
Yeah.
Not about eyes. The number of
love-
eyes.
No, I just wouldn't trust the high guy to count the eyes.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
That might not be in his skill set.
The eyes have it.
Really.
Sure. What
Great
stream?
module.
What are we sharing? What?
Yeah, that's what got us into
Like,
this mess.
Michael already did it.
What I do?
I asked you if you wanted us to share it, and Michael shared it.
Yes,
The StreamYard stream,
Oh,
if anybody wants to join.
I put it in.
It's
In
not
the-
a
oh,
shame.
in
Okay, we're not in StreamYard, and I don't know if
Or
we're,
stream
who are you
link,
inviting
whatever
in
the hell
here.
it is.
Like, chill out. What's going
do
on?
you even know how to do it?
Oh,
That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
I
don't
haven't
need to
been
be
much in the
offering up.
chat. I
I
got
took
no
the one
idea.
that's up
Just
above.
paste the link in the chat. It's pretty easy now.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably did.
that's the private chat link.
Oh,
No
Oh, there
one
you go.
share any links to anybody without asking Mikey first. That's how this goes. Don't share
I
shit.
did
That
ask.
is
All I did was
Mike,
ask.
I didn't say nothing.
Mikey the producer.
Nothing goes out. Yeah, I don't want.
Do not click the link that Michael shared earlier because that will just take you
unless
to
you
the
want to go to the
chat.
chat.
Because that'll make it really funny.
You have to go. You have
Everybody.
to go to where it says add guest, which I don't think you can, Michael. And then it'll say copy link that comes up, right? So
Yeah.
then
You know, I
can
did
put
just
it
I
there.
did just click that one, and it did let me in. So
Yeah, well,
There's that.
it will.
I'm
No,
saying
you're
it
just.
did.
I'm saying
It
all you got to
literally
do. I know
It
how to
literally
do
worked.
this, but maybe we shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
leaving it now.
okay.
Leave.
Get carried away. To be fair, most Quebecers
fair.
think contraception. Yeah, to be fair, is an hors d'oeuvre.
fair.
Hors d'oeuvre. I was going to pronounce it hors d'oeuvres.
Orchard
Hors d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre. Do they think it's an hors d'oeuvre? I don't know. I've been there and I don't remember them talking about it.
What do you think is an hors d'oeuvre? A contraceptive pill of some kind?
Could be, yeah.
Wondering.
Or the
Yeah,
condom.
I suppose.
You know-
Yeah, sure.
Them Canadians
Yeah,
sure got
fashion.
strong teeth.
I worked
Yeah.
at a place that had a condom dispenser.
You
in
got
the
to bite
bathroom.
through the plastic.
And on the condom dispenser, somebody wrote, "This is the worst gum I've ever tasted." It made me laugh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At least it wasn't the
Pretty good.
spermicidal variety.
Spermicidal, yeah. Yeah. And
1 out of
now I'm
10.
sterile.
1
Worst
out of
gum.
10.
Well,
Won't
was
recommend.
it Wrigley's by any chance? Just wondering.
Wrigley's condoms.
Now you're talking. If I can get some
Wrigley's
5
gum, you
condoms-
pervert! What are you talking about?
I was
At least
talking
for
about a
that 5
condom
gum.
machine.
Yeah, well, the other guy was
Fucking
talking about
Worst gum I
comedy.
ever tried, but man, can you
Fucking-
blow some massive bubbles?
If
with
you
that.
grew up as a kid in the 70s in America, it's just about every gas station. There's a plethora of strange things when you were a kid. French
Oh,
ticklers, and
yeah.
it was just bizarre.
Yeah,
What
just put a
fun.
quarter in and get these stupid little. Oh, that's right. Shit, my roommate was on her way home from work the other day, and she had some religious wacko hand her some literature.
Mhm.
She gave it to me, obviously,
Okay.
because I love to make fun of this kind of shit. I haven't seen one of these since I was like a kid. This is a chick track,
Chick track. Oh yeah.
and they were handing them
What?
out. This one's about witchcraft, obviously. Bewitched. So
Yes.
yeah, check this out. Let's do a little bit of reading here.
Let's do
Usually
this.
get those on Halloween. Honest to God, we had a family that would hand those out.
Okay, there we go.
Recite.
So it starts out. Let's see. You got the little fucking guy there. Master,
Yeah.
it is ready to begin. You will all wait until I see my favorite TV program. When I return, I want everyone's report.
There we go.
All right, hang on. Page 3. There we go. I can actually read this because it's showing up the right way. No, it's all backwards. Because that anyway. But you get that here. Hang on there.
Yeah,
So
just
it's,
read it. Just read it.
Ha ha! Delightful, so disarming, so innocent yet so effective.
Haha.
Why are those old reruns so important, Master? Because, stupid, that show paved the way for our occult and vampire programming viewed by millions today. Each of you will give me a breakdown of programs in your field of responsibility.
This is so fun.
This
The
is
sale of Ouija boards has passed our wildest hopes. Ouija boards. Young people are probably deeper into spiritualism thanks to a hallucinatory drug and fortune tellers. Fortune teller. Okay. Master, we have a winner in our drug division. No opposition whatsoever. This is like all over the. What are they even talking about?
This is
Anyway,
great.
they go on to point out. What about politics?
I'm
That's
hooked.
our girl. This young girl here. They like this is too funny. Like they put there. Parents divorced when she was 7. Mother died 1 year ago.
Ashley Wilson,
Ashley, yeah.
age 18.
16.
60.
Ran away from home
Ashley
at
has-
age 15.
Ashley has been on drugs since she was 14. Ran away from home. Oh,
From
oh
home at
my
15.
God! This is ran away from home at age 15.
Yeah.
She got late start
Wait,
on
what's
drug
on the
usage.
bottom, Neil? Wait a minute.
Oh wait. Whoa. Sorry. What's on
What's-
the bottom? Oh,
You
sorry.
missed. Yeah, what's the bottom
Sorry.
line there?
Father and executive.
Father and
alcoholic.
executive and an
He's
alcoholic.
an executive.
And an alcoholic. He's
Look
an
at the faces
executive
they put on
alcoholic.
these guys. Like,
There you
what the
go.
hell is that?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. It's a chick
Chick
track.
tracks are bizarre.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
a whole thing.
my God.
They've
See,
been making
I'm
those
out of
for
the
over
loop.
50 years. No, they're
All
all
right, cool.
those go way
I'm out of
back.
the fucking loop.
This is hilarious.
So what?
No
I've
problem,
never seen
Master.
anything like this. This is fucking bullshit.
Time is running out for Ashley. She's
They were,
taken over 60 trips on LSD.
Hey,
Mixed with
Steph,
speed.
the chick tracks were a big
Yes.
cause of the satanic panic in the 80s.
Yes.
Okay. See,
He's the guy who did the
I'm
D&D thing.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a okay boomer. You can all say okay.
No,
boomer,
I'm just
because
saying
I
you
missed
probably
that
just
part.
didn't. You probably just didn't know
Leave my
like
dog
that's
out of this.
the name.
No,
of
I
the
didn't.
literature
I
that did the thing. Yeah.
literally had no idea what that.
Yeah,
what the-
I'm just
all that
saying
bullshit.
like yeah, you knew
Yes.
the effects of it and all that shit, but this is the guy. That's the guy.
Oh yes.
We
All
had
right.
a family that
She
goes
ends up
out
talking
in
to her mom or something in some sort of fucking seance thing.
God, no
And
wonder
then-
this country's fucked up.
Even has a
Holy
little
shit.
Bible warning there that says, regard not them
Uh,
that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards, after wizards, to be
Fucking love
defiled by
that.
them. I am the Lord your God. So yeah, so I guess her mom comes back because remember her mom was dead. Her mom says, you found the truth. You found it here.
Yeah, but
In
what
the
about
back
the executive alcoholic? That's her dad. What happened to that guy?
He's an executive.
He's
In the
busy.
back,
Anyway,
it's a state chick track if it's really, really, really a
He's-
chick track.
He's gone to perdition.
In
Undoubtedly.
Iowa? Oh, that's Purdue. Or Indiana.
That's Indiana, man. Oh man,
poor
it's like you
Ashley-
just got a whole bunch of Iowa State people really pissed off with you.
All
Poor
14 of
Ashley
them.
ends up in her deathbed, but Grandma, the religious one, comes and gets her soul saved just before she passes away.
Oh, that's cool.
And then her alcoholic
saved.
father calls later and says, "Yeah, sorry, this is Dr. Hensley. I'm sorry, but Ashley passed away 10 minutes ago, but she was saved."
The devil
Says
was
this
pissed. Grandma got
Oh
upset.
wow, that's great.
This
She's
episode was
dead,
Jewish.
but
But
Does
wait,
it say
there's
chick
more.
track on the back of it, Neil? Anyway,
Yep, right there.
beautiful.
Chick Publications.
Chick Publications. All right, cool.
That's it.
I used to have a ton of these
Part
when
of-
I was younger.
Part of the culture I entirely missed out on by virtue of being in my 30s and the 80s.
I never heard about these until I started doing the show.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't just LSD; it was also speed.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
it's-
Definitely
what's-
win the indie.
Who does speed and
Yeah.
LSD? What the fuck?
Oh,
Why
lots
am
of
I
people
big?
did, but
Oh, never mind. Big, big,
I
big,
mean,
big.
I feel like that would ruin my trip if I'm like fucking on
that
fucking hyperspace mode. Like, what the fuck?
those
That
things
would-
must have been those things must have been around in an earlier era, like in but I was never aware of them for whatever reason. I didn't travel in those circles. But boys, all the tropes in there are ring real true,
Mhm.
Oh,
real
yeah.
familiar.
Oh,
So
And they would just be
LSD.
people would just find them.
And speed. Dragons in the kitchen and they're really
yeah.
fast.
Oh my god.
I want dragons in my kitchen. Fuck.
I never get dragons in my kitchen.
Right? What the fuck?
I've
got fucking
invited
dragons
some
cooking.
in, but they've never shown up.
I just got the cat fucking. The cat tries to run between my legs as I'm walking.
Of course, they want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wants to get smushed because I'm not always quick on the uptake, brother. So putting your life in your hands there. Don't want to crush you, but I might crush you.
Yeah.
I can't keep dragons out of my kitchen.
That'd be a great dragon-aside commercial. I can't keep dragons out of your kitchen.
Pesky dragon.
Try new dragon be gone.
Drag off,
Yeah.
Drag off.
on, drag off.
There it is. Points. There's the joke. It was there. We just couldn't find it right away. Steph got it.
Shit. Stephanie knew
got
where
it.
it was the whole time.
Yeah.
Drag off. I like it.
Hey, look.
Does Mr. Miyagi teach
You
you
don't
that?
know what you're missing.
No, Snoop Dogg.
Psychedelic Fur is nice. Oh, Love My Way. Yeah, that's a great tune. Oh, yeah, that one. You get it in your head and it can stay there for a while.
Drag on, drag off, drag on, drag off.
Drag on, drag off. The dragger. Wait.
Mm,
So all you folks out there, are you on Blue Sky yet? What's going on, everybody? You got to get over on Blue Sky because I'll be shutting down. Well, I'm actually going to put it on hiatus. There's an option to put your account on hiatus over on, as I call it now, Twix.
in case he sells it.
I call it shitter.
sell
I've been calling it shitter forever because
Yeah.
X in Chinese is like,
Oh, yeah.
Jitter.
Oh. So it's like, on my Blue Sky account today, it's like all of a sudden I've got all these people following me. It's like, where the hell have you people been? And it's like, all right, well, fine. That's somewhat inspirational. It's like, wow, a lot of people getting out of the shitter these days.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we were all over there early. Neil got me on there like
Yeah.
shit. There was only 300.
Neil
people on
didn't
there.
even know we were following each other. It's like, how are you doing? Blue
Typical.
Because I started it up and I kind of didn't use it for a while, and then I went back.
Yeah.
And now it's like, holy fuck it! I get like followers all the time now.
So
That's good.
there's an app called Skybridge Follower. I highly recommend it. It takes all your followers from Twitter and moves
Yes.
them over to,
Moves them
and
over.
it does it seamlessly.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty
really
cool.
easy. Yeah,
No
and then there's
thanks.
another one that's a little. It takes like 4 days. It takes all of your tweets from Twitter, and it moves them over automatically. But that one takes, you got to leave an app open for like 4 days and let that one run.
Yeah, there
That's
were
not
similar sorts of things for Mastodon back in the day, where you could grab all your stuff. But Elon figured that shit out and he shut it all down. So, great, get it while you can. Is my advice if you really want to be.
I don't
that.
use the Mastodon. I have a Mastodon, but I really don't use it.
I don't really use it very much either because Jack
Threads
Dorsey
is
made it
bumming.
easy.
Threads is bumming because they thought they were going to be the new thing, but then Blue Sky just blew up.
No.
Yeah.
Threads is another
Threads
meta
is still
product.
huge.
So
Yeah.
they've got
Still
plenty of
huge.
fucking people.
No, I
And
know, but if you look
I'm on there
daily,
too,
their
but-
daily users is like not touching Blue Skies daily, and that's one of the biggest metrics. Is
They get millions every day now, Blue Sky.
Yeah,
Jason,
Jason, me too. I've been on there since it first. They just give me an invite now.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, back in the days when you had to be invited on.
Yeah.
Neil gave me an invite. That's where I got mine.
That's right.
I'm so cool. I got invites from like
I
tons
think-
of people, and I ignored all of them.
Yeah,
I bet you're
threw-
not
I-
on there. I was gonna say, I bet
I
you don't
threw a
even
few
have an
around.
account on there.
I'm
You-
on there, but I'm not.
You get a link, and you get a link, and
I've made a conscious decision that I'm not really going to be on social media anymore. So I just think I see you guys enough, and I have ways of getting in contact with everybody. Like I'm going old school where motherfuckers are just going to get my phone number from now on. Like I'm done with giving fucking advertisers my data and all this information. This is not what it was meant for. It was a social thing. That's why it's social media, and it's just an advertising data collection
Are the product.
pitfall now. And I'm not. I mean, if it's one thing to like have like a cool like Facebook group for a band or for something like that. Like I get that kind of shit, but the fact that like everything is an ad now, everything is fake, everything is like Twitter, like even Twitter is just literally like. And it's probably anybody's algorithm. You're going to see Elon's post. You're going to see Trump's post. You're going to see a woman almost naked. You're going to see black people fighting. And then you're going to see religious shit. And it's going to be on a loop in that thing. And then every once in a while, you find your own people. No matter what setting, no matter what. Like, it's all fucking bullshit now. Like, it's all gone to the big money advertisers. And that's not a social media. That's just a farm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will be doing a better job at trying to like do more IRL shit and actually like, you know, setting up calls and weekly meetings and stuff like that for different groups of people. Cause they're not here to serve us. And now that we're in resistance mode, I don't know if I want to tell them anything. You know what I mean? I don't want that shit on my phone because if I have to move a certain way, I don't need them being able to, you know.
No, they'll find you regardless. So
yeah,
not with this phone
you're
at
right.
the house.
You're,
Not with this phone at the house and me gone. So I got to set up better. You know, you got to, but if and when they start using our social media to track all of us and try to oppress us, we will have to break from the phone and we will have to have these regular in-person networks and meetings and all that shit like we used to in the old days.
You're not wrong.
Landlines.
You're
I
not
want
wrong.
landlines back, damn it. I want to have to stand for 20 minutes and twirl to get the cord unwound. We're doing that.
Oh, good. The baby went to sleep. I think the baby like bit her wrist. That's why I had to run out of the thing. Like her whole wrist is like bright red. So I think she was just sitting there like chewing on her arm. I was like, Jesus Christ. Thought she was bleeding. I was like, oh my God, my baby.
Badger.
My baby.
You're raising a little badger.
Badger. We don't need no
Yeah,
stinky
doing-
badgers.
What is that?
Sorry.
Everything is fake. Like I Regios, I shit you not. I could probably find you guys about 100 AI accounts all over YouTube. Like it is disgusting. Like
Yep.
it's horrible. If you are a content creator, because I like to, opposition research and I like to see what's trending and what works. Dude, it is bad. Like the AI videos, people are too stupid. They can't tell that they're just getting fed a fucking, somebody found a video and put it into a program and it just narrates an AI generated fucking summary of it. And that's good enough for them. That's fucking bizarre. Like that's crazy.
It seems to me like the voice thing started first. Like I noticed so many videos that would have this kind of stilted talking where you could tell it was an AI voice, but you were still getting still getting real content video wise.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's both.
They just they're just like they'll take this stream and then they'll be like, yeah, so the atheists were talking after Dan Barker left. Subscribe for more intel on what's going on. Like it's all bullshit. It's just people are just farming our fucking data and then they get 10 times the fucking views that we get. Like it's very like, I'm very sick of this shit. The AI, I warned everybody.
But which brings me to the question, isn't this medium doing the same thing? I mean, you just said it is, and it's certainly going in that direction. Well,
which medium?
Here, look, this medium, YouTube.
Okay. I was like,
YouTube and Twitch. We're on Twitch.
Yeah, he was just saying people could clip this and do the same thing. They could AI.
The same thing's happening all over the place, and it's just going to get worse. Again, like you said, nothing is real. I'm afraid that might be something to get hung about, and it may not be strawberry fields forever. What I'm saying.
Hey, Mikey, you should AI us before somebody else does. I want to see your version of us AI before somebody else does it.
That's emperor speak. Like I fucking hate AI so much. Like I'm not even gonna get going, but
I know
I hate it more than fucking anything.
Yeah, I don't want to wind you up, but yeah, it's dangerous.
See, I hate AI for certain things, but I also think that AI could be a huge success in many fields, like medicine and stuff like that.
Keep it out of the arts, or I will unplug it. I will make it my life mission to destroy it.
Any new technology, it's hey, look.
This isn't technology, though. It's theft. That's the lie. The lie is that it's technology.
Okay.
That's the lie. And that's what pisses me off. It's not new. You've made a program to plagiarize for you so that you're not in trouble. Like, that's not art. That's not tech.
It's the ultimate in ripping off creative content and turning it into something that's not creative at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so, yeah, that's why I hate it, at least when it comes to the arts. And when it comes to a whole bunch of other stuff, because it's essentially it's manipulation of data, and the data is manipulated to do a certain thing.
Correct.
And instead of a human being doing it, it's some fucking algorithm doing it at the behest of a human being.
Right. It's not even
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say the AI robot that I just watched in Aliens to replicate I guess he was an AI robot in the very first movie. Now they replicated him, so it had to be AI. You're saying that was garbage?
Yes.
I'm agreeing.
It's a movie.
It was garbage. Yeah, the new Alien, they try and the first Alien movie, the one that nobody knew was an alien guy, Rook was his name. Yep. Anyway, so now they've got him appearing in the newest one, and I was like, "Whoa, that actor's dead."
They've had issues with this before because they had the guy that played Grand Moff Tarkin. They AI'd him into and now his family's suing Disney.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I believe.
And I'm in agreement. It is wrong. They should not have taken this guy's acting care.
I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. Like let's say Luke Skywalker, when they use AI to de-age him a little bit, so he looked a little bit more like like he was in the original movies, but it's still the same actor. I don't have an issue.
You
with
have
that.
to have the actor's permission. Once he's dead, you can't
Yes.
do that anymore.
No.
That's my thought.
I hope you're seeing it as an evolution of camera tricks. But everything in life is now become a camera trick, including the United States elections. I mean, that's the thing that's fucking crazy. And I don't know how you stop it. I
Like
I
Moses said,
still
you
want
unplug
to
it.
know.
Unplug it.
Yeah.
And all of this fucking like if you guys did the research on like how much money is being like shoved into that sector, it would make you disgusted. And all of that is to replace multiple different industries so that 5 or 6 people can control this industry or 10 people control that industry. It is to literally shut all of us out of everything. Everyone's like, but I like making these pictures. It's so fun. I'm like, how dare you fucking tune the piano on the Titanic as it goes down? I don't know.
Well, and which brings up back to what are we doing here then? And is there a plan to get off of here and do something else? Like when you say unplug it, that's sort of where we're going.
I think
We're all going to
AI
start
will.
using an abacus. Oops.
Yeah, no. I think AI will ultimately find its end in a lot of places. It just won't be a thing anymore. And I think ultimately the AI I think the intent of it was to help us advance other technologies. But overall, everyone just grabbed at it and started using it for everything, right? So
at the moment, I'm seeing Hal in my.
Can't let you do that, Neil.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal. I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
I can't do that, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, we're gonna
Throw the image of the ball. That is great.
Yeah. AI Ollie's dog. Throw the image of the ball.
Leave my dog out of this.
Throw the NFT. Throw the NFT.
Boomer's a good boy. He doesn't need to be in this.
NFT.
Yeah.
That's right.
What the? I never understood that shit. What the fuck? An NFT, and some of them are worth like thousands of dollars. Like, why?
Because people will pay it.
They're stupid.
Yes.
Precisely.
And that's not good. We can't have an entire industry based on people being literally stupid. Like, that's bad. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, but we can and we do. It's what you.
But here's the thing. Usually those things are like for some public good, like the lottery system and gambling. Even the casino has to pay taxes, so there is some public good at the end of the road, even if it's not the first couple of steps. The AI is just literally fleecing stupid people, and then who does that money go to? It goes to other stupid people, and it's all crypto. And what is crypto used for? Nothing good. Nothing good has ever been bought with crypto. Nothing good ever.
What about Robot Trump standing next to Elon?
Oh my God,
that's worth crypto money. Oh,
crypto is a fucking scam, dude. Like these people are so ridiculous and backwards. And my generation is gonna have to put all this fucking bullshit back together. It's so annoying.
I'm just gonna give you guys some heads up on some of the upcoming guests that'll be on the show. Of course, returning to the show for a second round. I've had a few folks on that have done this now. Mr. Frustrated Atheist will be joining us on November 30th. And we've got Justin from Deconstruction Zone, and TikTok guy, and you can check him out over on TikTok. He does a lot of great stuff there. Another TikToker, Mike, also known as Where No Gods, who December 14th. Another Justin on December 20th, Justin F. I think I have his name around here somewhere, but
for sure.
And then we got Zach Harris, also known as Shaken Fist, coming up on the 28th. As you'll see, there was no Lego stream. However, we'll get back to the Lego stream on January 4th to start the new year. Oh, easy now. Jeff Brooks joins us on the 11th. Jeremy Hiles on the 18th of January. Kent Stollard on the 25th. Then we're doing another Lego stream on the 1st. And I'm thinking maybe should I leave this one till next year or should I build it soon?
Ooh. Man, I want to see that one built.
That's going to take a while.
The other Justin goes by Yahooligan, by the way, if you're ever wondering a name for him. Yahooligan. It's Justin.
That's Justin, right? Yahooligan, that's correct. Right.
Yep.
And also
That's
then we have
his screen
Stephanie Kemmerer coming up. And this is going to be a deconversion story of a different kind. She used to believe in lots of different conspiracy theories. So she's going to share on how she ended up.
I don't know, Neil. I might
Much
become
more
a believer.
she might come up with some more, or she'll let us know how she straightened herself out with all that stuff. So
She might convert a
that
bunch
should
of
be
us.
interesting.
Right. I'm gonna be with her.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on her side.
No.
Full
Not
force.
me.
Full force, on the train.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm the
there
conductor
you go.
and the guy in the back with the little light. Ding ding.
The light.
And I'm the guy at the crossways. Ding 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 ding. I'm fucking running the whole train.
Oh, thanks for sharing the
Miami,
show
Miami.
over in the BajaCon site there, Jason. That was really cool. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Good placement.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
You and Mikey
got
are doing a call-in show soon too, I think.
Are we?
Mike. Yeah.
When is it?
I thought I saw it. I could pull it up right now and tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I just show up.
I just sent him a link. He goes, "What are we doing?"
What is this? All right.
We are on the 1st of December, Mikey.
Okay.
Yep. Doing Let's
Yes.
Talk on the 1st of December with Mikey. And then I'm doing another episode on the 15th with Randolph Richardson.
Hey, I know the
Ooh,
guy.
sweet.
I know him.
And you still gotta
I
get
know him.
And then
You
they
still
they
gotta get a
couldn't
hold
find
of
it. Hey.
Shh.
Easy.
God damn it. I'm fucking you, Michael. I'll be again the following week because they couldn't find somebody, I guess, that could do it with John, aka Godless Engineer. So I'll be doing one with him on the 22nd.
Good.
And that should be fun. And then Randolph and I are going to do it again on the 12th of January. I got to find someone to do a show with me on the 26th.
Thomas.
So,
You said you were gonna get a hold of Thomas. Try.
yeah, I will. And then
And
also I
Aaron
need
said he'd
somebody
do a
for the
bunch.
9th
Michael, hold on, dude.
and 20th.
Oh.
Yeah, like this is stuff we can talk about later. But the 9th, I'm going to do one with someone, and the 23rd, I'm going to do one with someone. Mikey, if you want to jump in on one of those, let me know.
Just text me. I'll show up.
Okay. Well, why don't we do you on the 26th then?
Ooh, BKB.
All right. So January 26th will be me and Mikey. Yay! Hope to see all you guys there. Let me edit that. Then let's see. Let's see now. Edit. Where the fuck's the edit button? God damn it! Oh, there it is. There we go.
Show me your edit button.
Non-existent.
Damn it.
God damn it!
Show it to me. Let me
The other
see
Mikey
it.
done. There we go. There we go. All right. It saved. Yay! I'll see if Aaron wants to do one of the other ones with me, and maybe G, you'll want to
Yeah.
do another one.
That'd be fun. Apostasy is doing one with Derek, and I don't know who Derek is, but I'll meet him.
You don't know Derek? I don't know which Derek it is either. So Derek's.
Who doesn't know Derek? Old Derek.
Good old
It just
Derek.
says Derek.
Old Derek.
It just says Derek. Not a
Already
face
a
over.
comment on the original stream. Dan Barker, the legend. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, guys. There you go. It's pretty cool. I like getting comments like that. Oh, lots of people sending me gifts on Pokemon Go.
There you
Oh,
go.
I haven't played that. I missed most of the Halloween shit, so I've just been kind of out of it.
Got my receipt for my payment to Crunchyroll. Excellent.
Nice. I'm behind, dude. Oh, Neil, I told you I got a cat. I got a cat story for you.
Hey, we beat the Senators. What? Go ahead. Sorry, Coach.
So the animals. I got 2 cats and a dog. Dexter is a cat, Lila's a cat, and Zero is the dog. These cretins make a mess with everything. So to prevent the mess, I gave them 3 water bowls. And they were just like, like food storage containers for the other 2. And then the one was like a metal one. And somehow or another, that fucking food saver bowl ended up in the regular rotation. And I fucking made ramen this afternoon for lunch in that fucking bowl. And I saw like cat hair and all that shit lined around the sides. I was like, oh my God. I fucking almost threw.
And the animals are going, welcome to the tribe.
He's like, hey, he's using our bowl. Cool.
Yeah.
I thought it had been washed because, like the dishwasher, like for plastic stuff, it'll be like soaking wet. So you got to like shake it off and sit it to the side to let it dry. I'm like, oh, this must have been one of those. And I just fucking put my food in there and cook it up. And I'm just eating it. And then I was like, what is all this shit along the side? Oh,
That's why your tongue is all hairy.
Oh my God. I was like, I went and took a nap. I fucking logged out. I said, I'm so fucking irritated.
That's good.
I'm going to take a nap. Like, I'm so mad right now. And I have no one to like even be mad at. Like, I can't even be mad at me. I didn't know. Like, this is just an unfortunate experience and I'm over it. I'm ready to be done with this.
You could be mad at you if you wanted to be.
Yeah, you could have looked at the bowl before to make sure it was okay.
But that's just it.
Saying.
But that's just it. It looked fine. Looked like a normal
You
bowl.
look like you weren't allergic. If you were allergic, you'd be talking like Donald Duck.
I am allergic.
Succotash.
But it's a respiratory thing. It's not a stomach thing.
Your tongue doesn't blow up. Suffering.
I just said it's a respiratory thing. I don't breathe with my tongue.
I was
Past
not
your tongue.
questioning. I was positing.
I got some really great news.
Oh,
It says here on my screen that my device will restart to update outside of active hours. So I'm really
There you go.
psyched about that. I'm waiting for my device to update because it's really kind of getting old at this point.
yeah, I should get an update for my device too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not me.
Mikey,
I used to use
how
my
can we
device
get an
all the
update
time.
for our devices.
Worry
Google that
not.
for us.
Worry not. It's gonna do it whether you want to or not. You'll forget to ignore it one of
All
those
right.
days and it'll get you.
I
Yeah.
think we're thinking
They
about
always
two
get you.
different
God damn it.
things.
Well,
I think we all need AI chipped in our brains.
You've
That's how it
got
starts.
to remember to leave it on. That's the other thing it says
They'll
here.
catch you. You'll fall asleep with it on, and they'll be like, "Aha! Updated all your
Aha!
shit. All your settings are fucked. Good luck. Have fun. 40 minutes fixing your settings again." That's their fucking delight over at Microsoft, dude. They just love fucking
Well, listen,
or
I-
Apple. They love fucking you over.
for
so that when you go
GoDaddy, that
live,
was my
when you go live,
particular
it'll
torture.
embarrass you.
My particular torture of the evening was trying to log into my GoDaddy account so I could change a DNS record, and it's like they were trying to send a text to a phone number I no longer use.
That'll work.
Because like an idiot, I forgot to update the phone number. But 3 calls to tech support and 47 minutes on hold for one of them. That's just one of them. Right? The other one,
Yeah, that's the first round.
but it got sorted. It's just a pain in the ass.
It's gonna be neat,
By the
man.
way, here's for all you blue skyers, nouveau blue skyers. If you have a domain, you can use that domain as your username. And that is the equivalent of being an authenticated user on Blue Sky. Simple as that. Own a domain.
Nice.
Why do I want to be
I already
an
do.
authenticated user?
Because nobody's going to be able to use that name and pretend to be you.
Oh,
It's just one
Right.
tiny little thing.
because I never understood the like. Oh, this is actually me. It's like, well, dude, I could tell by what your posts are if it's you. It's like it's fucking stuff. She's like, boy, I sure love fucking tanks. Tanks. That's all I talk about. Love making sales for tanks. I'm like, all right, it's clearly not stuff. You know?
I've never made a sale for a tank, although some of the boats I've made sales for seem like tanks because they can't get out of their own goddamn way. But
Fast as a tank.
do you know why tanks are called tanks?
You're welcome.
They look like big water tanks.
Touche.
Takes-
I can't, where can I go
takes a
with
lot.
that? Tanks a lot. No, they're called tanks because they were using a word they wanted it when they were new, WW1, the original big one. When they were new, they were trying to convince the Germans that English and etc. were trying to convince the Germans that these were just harmless little things going along. And so they called them tanks.
Like water tank was part of it.
Like
Part of the
water tanks.
etymology.
Yeah.
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 It's the etymology because they look like big water. I mean, they
Yeah.
resemble that.
And it's not armed. It's never mind that large proboscis out of the
Yeah.
turret there.
That's how we suck the water in there.
That's where the water goes in. Yeah.
That is a periscope for underwater gathering.
Yeah, periscope.
But they actually had those in World War II, and they failed, and a lot of the tank men drowned.
That
before they got to-
actually
Yeah.
that was actually a trivia contest winning question. Yeah, I know what that is. It's a tank.
a
Tonka.
tank.
All right, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. So I'm gonna say
There you
goodnight,
go.
everybody.
Yeah,
You're
let's
sick
get
of
out
it?
of here.
All right, let's get
Yeah.
let's get a move
Take us
on.
home, Neil.
All right, thanks everyone for hanging out with us in the chat there. If you guys missed the actual interview, there's a link to it below, which also has all of Dan's links over in the actual interview part. You can check out all his stuff, including FFRF links and where to get all of his stuff from there. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all our members for helping us out, keeping us doing what we're doing. Until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the after party, like the late great, let me see if I can do this fucking right this time now. Like the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And yeah, we'll see you guys next day.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.